Hey, what's going on? In this video, we're going to talk about the triune brain. We're going to talk about how the human mind functions and how it's evolved into three distinct phases that govern three distinct aspects of human activity. Very riveting stuff, very interesting stuff. My name is Brian Ogilvy, and here I am with my book, How to Conquer Yourself. So to conquer yourself, you need to know a little bit about the brain. And last week, I did a video called Willpower is an Indirect Game, the counterintuitive aspects to self-control, where I mentioned triune brain theory. So specifically in the book, I say, Dr. Paul MacLean developed the triune brain theory to explain this, to help explain why willpower is an indirect game. According to the triune brain model, our brain's evolution can be categorized into three distinct phases, which, in layman's terms, means that we humans don't just have one brain, we have three. Now follow where I'm going. These three brains, or phases, each have their own distinct location in the mind, their own distinct evolutionary function, and their own distinct set of biological drives or needs. They therefore, of course, often compete and conflict with one another. So let's get more in depth. The first aspect, or the newest aspect, is what we can call the logical brain, or it's also referred to as the human brain, and it's located in your neocortex. So the function of this aspect of your mind is to create and devise order. It deals with planning, goal setting, abstraction, learning, anything conceptual, language, etc. And next up, secondly, we have something called the emotional brain, which is located in something referred to as your limbic system. It's also referred to as the mammalian brain. And this is the more emotional aspect of you. It strives for a sense of belonging, primarily. You find this in real relationship patterns, in social behavior, how we act as groups, status seeking, etc., and what have you. And then lastly, third, is the physical brain, or what's also referred to as the reptilian brain. It's located in something called the basal ganglia. And lastly, of course, this strives for survival. It's your physical brain. So anything to do with sex, territorial behavior, fight or flight response, etc., that's your physical brain controlling the circumstance. So here's some things to remember specifically. First is that you can think of this as having a separate brain for the mind, body, and heart, or the past, present, and future. The future because it's your logic planning for what will happen in the days, years, and etc. months to come. The past because your emotions are based on childhood experiences and what have you, and then the present because your physical impulses are occurring in real time. Next, each brain is well developed but has trouble communicating with its counterparts. So human reasoning is the new kid on the block. What I mean is that the logical brain evolved and came in after the emotional brain, which itself came in and evolved after the physical one. So because logic is the youngest, it tends to have the weakest influence on your overall behavior. And there are countless examples. So when we as men sow the wild oats, when we pursue women, it's rarely, if ever, because a girl is a healthy, positive influence on our lives. It's because we have a physical drive to sedate, and because emotionally or socially, we want another notch on our belt to boost our self-esteem. We want status with other males. Success for validation. What I mean is, even in cases where people are driven to major heights of success, sometimes you find that it's the attention they never got from their parents that they're looking to then unconsciously deduct from society as a whole. So this triune brain model really explains a lot about what really motivates us and a lot about why we are the way we are as humans. So while your goals and willpower tend to reside in your logical intelligence because you're making plans, like you're trying to do the thing that makes the most logical sense, your anxieties and apprehensions, the blocks that you have preventing you from them, reside in the more primitive aspects of your evolutionary past, the more powerful segments of the human mind. So for more on this, see The Triune Brain and Evolution. That's by MacLean. The Dragons of Eden is by Carl Sagan. And then lastly, of course, for the more practical implications for us as artists, as writers, as creative thinkers, How to Conquer Yourself by yours truly. Again, contact me. You can use my email. It's brian@dotheknowledge.com. I have an office line now. You can call me anytime, 718-577-1344. And then for 2 free chapters of the book, more videos like this that explain contents from the book, podcasts with me explaining different relative concepts to self-control, willpower, self-direction, motivation, and this whole philosophy of conquering yourself and what it really means, you can go to dotheknowledge.com. On the right sidebar to the main site, you'll see a form. It's pretty self-explanatory. So hope this helps. Remember, willpower is an indirect game. And whereas our logical brain strives to create and devise order, our emotional brain strives for the sense of belonging. And our physical brain is what strives for survival. It's what exhibits territorial behavior. All right? So hope this helps, and message me for any questions. Take care.